Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Walking Dead video. So in this one here, I want to talk about Dead City Season 3, and I guess other updates with the Walking Dead universe. So yeah, definitely make sure to be a subscriber if you do want to get all my Walking Dead content like this. Episode 6 is airing tomorrow, and it's going to be a really big episode, so definitely stay tuned for my breakdown of the episode. Honestly, the next month or so is going to be absolutely insane, like the next month and a half, I would say, I guess, because Comic-Con is the end of July, so it's like July, 20-something? And the Walking Dead is going to be there, right? And so they're going to be promoting the Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 3. We're gonna get the trailer for sure, and then it's just a lot of talk about like the spin-offs or like other, spin-offs that could be announced, or like, updates on Rick and Michonne and what's happening there and everything. So I'm going to be really interested in seeing what happens at this year's Comic-Con, because it's been a while since like last year it made a lot of sense that we weren't going to get any updates with Rick and Michonne because it was like a couple of months later, and they wanted to sort of, let things just sort of be for a while. But it's been a while, like it's been a year and a half now. So I think that we're likely going to get some sort of update next month, but we'll have to wait and see, obviously, right? So definitely make sure to be a subscriber if you want to get all my Walking Dead content and all my breakdowns of all the news that we do learn regarding The Walking Dead. Now, last week or the week before, I'm not sure when it was, but we did get the confirmation that The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 4 is actually filming right now. And I don't know if I did a video on it. I think I did, but yeah, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 4 is actually filming right now in Spain. So that's exciting because obviously there's been no confirmation at all that a Season 4 is even happening. I mean, they've talked about it a lot, but like obviously there's been no like official confirmation, like no official renewal by AMC. And I mean, yeah, obviously Season 4 is happening right now. So I'm excited to see, I guess some of the updates with Season 3, and like, I hope that there's not a lot of spoilers for filming this show that are going to be out there. I mean, obviously it likely will happen, but it's one of those things where you just have to avoid it because we got to watch Season 3 at some point this fall, and Season 4 at that point will likely be almost finished filming, right? Like, it'll probably be done later this year and then likely come out, I guess, next fall. Like, that's why I'm kind of interested in how everything's going to work out here, because The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 4 is filming right now, and The Walking Dead Dead City Season 3 is in pre-production right now. And we'll get into the update for Dead City Season 3 right away, but it's interesting because, if Dead City is filming later, like later on this summer, just say, or like in a month or two, like, is that enough time to have the show out for like next May? Because I'm really wondering how they're going to release The Walking Dead Dead City and The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon in 2026, because it almost seems like Season 4 of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon is going to be out before The Walking Dead Dead City. But I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure how they're going to end up releasing it here. Like, that's one of the things that's kind of interesting with the spin-offs. Like, I know the quality is a lot higher, but it's been taking like a long time to release these shows. Like, honestly, it's absolutely insane. Like, it takes like a year, I feel like, just to release an episode or anything like that, right? Or at least the start of a season. So, I mean, I think they have been a bit faster with it lately, so maybe they are a bit more confident with like actually having it out on time, right? So it's possible that that's why they're pretty confident right now. Like, even if Dead City is about to start filming soon, I mean, they'll have it out by next May. Like, that's 11 months away, so they should be able to have it out by then. Like, I do feel pretty confident in that. And yeah, for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 4, honestly, a lot of that could just be a filming thing. Like, they have a schedule and they're supposed to be filming in Spain for a certain amount of time before they have to go to a different location kind of thing. So maybe that's why they're filming a lot of this ahead of time. But I mean, obviously, it still confirms that Season 4 is happening, right? And yeah, so I'm excited to see where this is going to go here for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 4. But I've already talked about that a lot. I do want to focus on The Walking Dead Dead City Season 3. So let's actually get into that here. So we actually got some official confirmation here from at TWU Filming on Twitter. Obviously a very, very reliable source in terms of just everything with filming for The Walking Dead and everything like that, or at least I believe is very, very reliable. And yeah, the update here says that hashtag Dead City Season 3 is officially in pre-production back in Randolph, Massachusetts. So yeah, I know that they were filming there for Season 2, I believe, or somewhere around there, or I guess maybe they were just filming there, but it's still very cool to see, that they're actually in pre-production for Season 3, because I know a lot of the talk, based off the ratings and all of that for Dead City is like, oh, it's not going to get a Season 3 and all of that, but it looks like they are actually in pre-production for Season 3 right now. And also, if you look at what TWU Filming said in the comments here on the post, it actually says, yes, sir, for 2 more seasons, it looks like. So, I mean, that's sort of been what we've known for the last couple of months here, is that it seems like Season 3 and 4 might be filming back to back, and that could be the end, but it might not be the end. We'll have to wait and see. And that's why when I talk about the ratings and everything like that, it's just a really interesting thing, because again, like, cable ratings don't really matter. Like, they're dropping every single year. Every single year, it's going to be lower and lower all the time. That's just the way it's going to be. Like, every single season of a TV show, it seems like cable ratings are just dropping. And I think it's a natural drop because people are starting to watch on streaming services now, right? And not so much on cable and everything anymore. Like, I haven't watched The Walking Dead on cable in a long time, like many, many years now. I always watch on AMC Plus. So, like, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where when you look at the ratings for that and you compare it to other shows, it's very similar. So if anyone's complaining about the ratings at all, I really feel like you just don't like The Walking Dead Dead City, and it's just really a reason to, not like the show really. Like, honestly, for me, the ratings are totally fine. They're not bad. They're not like amazing, like groundbreaking ratings. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at The Last of Us, it was definitely like double the ratings of Dead City, but The Last of Us is like the main show. Like, this is a spinoff of The Walking Dead, right? So I would say for Dead City, it's honestly like, it's incredible, I would say. I think for Dead City, they're doing awesome, and we have no idea what the streaming numbers are like. But obviously, if we're going to get season 3 and 4, if The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon season 4 is filming right now, like, the numbers are great, and AMC is happy with them, right? So I'm sure they would want the numbers higher than what they're at right now, but it's just one of those things where it's like, well, it's going to take some time. And I think, honestly, it's more of like, you have to promote the show a lot more. And that's where it comes to a lot of like, the world building aspect and like building a lot of hype and everything, right? And connecting stuff to previous characters and all of that. Like, you just can't have standalone stories. Like, you can tell stories like that, sure. And I think that, for season 1 and 2, it's been great, but like, you need to have a lot more connections and like, actual stories connected with other characters and telling stories with other characters from The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead or any of the other spinoffs. Like, you have to start to connect a lot of this stuff a lot more. And that's just something that Scott Gimple hasn't been able to do in the last like year or two. And it's been kind of frustrating. Like, there's been little connections here and there, but we need a lot more here. And that's why I'm really excited for Comic-Con and for the ending of Dead City season 2. I hope that we do actually get something that is, going to be, I guess, exciting for a lot of us that, like, obviously a lot of excitement for season 3 would just be there because, like, I'm excited for season 3. Definitely. I really am. But if Dwight shows up at the end of season 2 or like in a post-credit scene or just like, I don't know if it's an ending scene or whatever, like, my excitement is going to be so much higher. And that just shows that you can do a lot more with this show, right? So that's why I want to see Dwight on this show. And I think that it makes sense with this show. Dwight's not in Fear the Walking Dead anymore. You're not doing that show. Like, we're going into season 3 now. Like, it's time to actually get into this story here. Tell Dwight and Negan's, I guess, last story here or whatever you want to do. Like, it's time to do this now. I really do believe so. Like, I get it for season 1 and 2. You're introducing Dead City. You're building up all the characters and everything here. I get it. But now going into season 3, you have to do that. So I also wanted to talk about the ratings for The Walking Dead Dead City because the ratings have been going up, and I haven't talked about them the last like 2 weeks or whatever because there just hasn't really been a point to talking about them, but I wanted to see where the ratings were going to go overall, and they've actually picked up quite a bit here, and I'm not sure as to why. It could be that, The Last of Us is over, or it could be that maybe there was some sort of sports event, because I know sports is like a big thing like on Sundays, and obviously a lot of shows compete with that, right? And it depends on what's happening that Sunday, if it's like a holiday and whatnot, because that can obviously affect a lot of this, right, in terms of ratings and all that. But the very first episode is still the highest episode. It's 378,000, which is a drop of like, what, I guess in half or whatever it is from the season 1 premiere, which again, like, to me, that's pretty normal because Walking Dead Dead City aired on cable 2 years ago. So those are numbers from 2 years ago on cable. And like, it feels like cable numbers are dropping every single year. So like, that's one of those things where when I look at like The Walking Dead, like its very last season, it had like 1 to 2 million viewers or whatever it was. Just generally throughout the entire season. And that was like cable viewers, right? And if you look at The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, it was like, what, 600 or 700, 800,000? It was somewhere around there anyways. And it wasn't that much more than The Walking Dead Dead City season 1. And that show broke a lot of records. And I'm like, wait, what? How did it break a lot of records? Because the numbers on cable are lower than The Walking Dead's final season and just like a little bit higher than The Walking Dead Dead City season 1. So obviously streaming numbers are very different. And I just look at it like the ratings being a little bit lower here just makes a lot of sense. Like, I do think that next year for season 3, the ratings are going to be lower. Like, they'll probably be like, what, around 100 to 200,000. That's my prediction. But the last 2 episodes here have actually picked up quite a bit. So episode 4 went to 346,000. And episode 5 was 339,000. So the previous episodes before that were 278,000 and 255,000. So obviously it dropped by like 100,000. And I thought that maybe the numbers would stay around 200,000 something, because usually the premieres are like the highest, episode. and then it drops after that. And so I thought that maybe it would just stay around there, but no, it looks like for the last 2 episodes, they actually picked up to around 300,000 something. And we'll see where episode 6 goes, right? Like, we'll see where episode 6, 7, and 8 goes. It could be higher than this, or maybe it stays about the same. The story's getting a lot crazier, so I imagine there will be a lot more excitement here, and the ratings could pick up. But like, to me, when you look at this here, this show is overall successful. So I think that, like, anyone complaining about this, I don't really necessarily get it. Like, I just really don't. Like, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 2, I'm pretty sure had very similar ratings. It was a little bit higher, but it was pretty similar. Yeah, I'm looking at the ratings right now, actually, and they're very similar. Like, it's around 400 to 500,000. So it's about 100,000 to 200,000 more. But I would say that, I mean, this was airing last fall. I think The Walking Dead likely does better in the fall. Like, I don't know that for a fact or anything like that. I'm just guessing because it's like the fall, it's Halloween time, and, you know, you want to watch more scary stuff like The Walking Dead because it is in the horror genre, right? So, like, it makes a lot of sense to me. And obviously, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, I would say, is a little bit more of a popular show. I think that people just like Daryl a little bit more than the other characters. I mean, he's just more popular, right? So it makes a lot of sense to me. But overall, I will just say that I think the ratings for The Walking Dead Dead City and The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon are all right. Like, they're all right ratings. They're probably great ratings. They could be amazing. I don't think they're amazing, but they're probably just like, you know, the show's doing great. I think that that's all you can really expect right now. Like, I think that obviously if you have like The Ones Who Live Season 2, that show could be a lot bigger. If you're introducing more exciting storylines like Dwight showing up for Season 3, that could really pick up ratings, or like other characters. Like, that's how you usually do stuff like that, right? Is just have more exciting storylines and characters showing up on the show. So to me, that's sort of what they have to do. I think based off of what they're doing right now, I think that I think The Walking Dead is doing great right now. And yeah, so anyways, post all your thoughts down below. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.